Welcome back to the Stadium East Field in our first Monday night game of the 2014-2015 Red Stripe Premier League season. That's the score right there. Arrent Gardens up against Rivoli. Arrent winning the first game at Harbour View. They won that 1-0. Rivoli tied their first game with Cavalier. So Arrent coming into this game with 3 points. Rivoli, of course, with 1. They had an own goal scored by Maurice Bennett, who then went on to be shown a yellow card. And then that was the 21st minute. 7 minutes later, Daniel Roberts, a good goal to tie the game. And just at the stroke at half-time, 45 minutes and a bit, it was Steve Clark getting his first goal of the season. 2-1 to Arrent. You're right, Daddy Speng. Both teams are playing well. But you think Rivoli will win? Okay, good job, TVJ. Thank you so very much, Brown Derval. We appreciate you guys being a part of this, getting... Yeah, I think I agree with you. The surface is a little heavy. Well, yeah, that too, Ian. You don't want the coach would just hate that one to give up a goal so close to the half-time. All right, getting back to the glory days, you think, Jermaine? Well, let's see. Tuffy needs to teach the Rivoli players how to celebrate when they score. Like they have different kinds of celebrations. Of course, you can't take the shirts off anymore. You'll be shown a yellow card, and you don't want to be disrespecting your opponent. There's Mr. Campbell, the president of the Jamaica Referees Association, and soon to be FIFA again, I think. We told you at the start that the age was 45 when you had to give up the FIFA badge. FIFA has done away with that, and they say, well, as long as you could pass the fitness test, then you're going to be fine. So we're getting ready for the start of the second half. And again, we welcome you. Not a huge crowd here at the Stadium East. Tomorrow night, inside the National Stadium, the game starting at 7 o'clock. It's going to be Waterhouse up against DC United. DC United, they play in the MLS in the United States.
This is the CONCACAF Champions League.
Yeah, I actually think they were the very first champions.
Yes, they were.
There you go. So we get ready for the start of the second half. We're not getting ready. It is the second half.
One of the dominant teams in the early seasons of the reincarnation, the MLS in its latest life.
Yep. It'll be really huge for Waterhouse to come away with 3 points there. They lost 1-0 in Washington. Put up a good fight there. And they beat the Panamanian team a couple of times. So they're actually leading the zone, but DC United with a couple of games in hand.
Yes, it's a 3-team zone.
Yep. Rivoli in black and red. Arrent Gardens with the changed strip. They're in red and white. A couple of new signings this year. Marvin Morgan playing for Arrent for the first time. Antho Dawkins is back. Jerry Walters is back.
Michaelis Martin coming back across from Cavalier.
Yep.
He played at Cavalier last season.
Yep. Played at Charlie Smith. And now back with Jerome Wade.
And of course, Jamil Thompson.
Yep.
Coming across from Tivoli Gardens into the Arrent setup.
Yep. Here comes Arrent. Again, they're in the red and white. Rivoli fighting for the ball. Rivoli from Spanish Town, their home park. The Spanish Town Prisons Oval. This is the man who scored the own goal and then shown a yellow card. Mr. Maurice Bennett, he has to be careful wearing the number 15 shirt. There he is.
Stout defending by Bennett. Arrent sure disappointed in not really dominating the game per se. They'll want to take control of it early on, and they're in the ascendancy at the moment.
Going to be cleared by Rivoli, broken up. Martin coming all the way back, gets into Walters. This is Marvin Morgan. Gets Johnson involved. Johnson goes back where it was coming from. Neil Hyde misses, and it's going to be cleared by Kenny Lee, and really cleared by Kenny Lee. Ball boy chases after it. A couple of Arrent players getting ready to come on the park. Number 14 is Andre Clennon.
When you can go to your bench and pull for Andre Clennon, Kemal Malcolm, Kurt Ramsey, that's a bench full of goal-scoring threat.
Yep, Ramsey is up with Clennon.
So possibly Arnett could go into a second gear. Who to tell? But for sure, from what I've seen of Rivoli tonight and their games so far in the league, they're not a team that is going to be beaten easily.
And I think what they did last year would have given them so much confidence. I think the coach must be saying, remember last year we came up and no one expected us to do anything. And we ended in the middle of the pack. So you could do it. And again, chatting to the coaches at the start of the game, Calvert Fitzgerald, he realized that he probably never had the quality. And
one of the things we saw in the World Cup and since the World Cup has been the introduction of the vanishing spray. I wonder how long before it makes its way here to Jamaica and in our own Premier League.
It's here. I saw it yesterday. Referee at the Tivoli Harbour View game used it. Here's a chance for Rivoli. That's not a bad shot at all. Great save from Damien Hyatt.
Maybe
referee Morrison.
So Courtney Campbell maybe forgot his can.
Yeah, referee Morrison used it at the Tivoli game yesterday. But you really kind of want to use it when it's close to the box, you know, so to get the exact 10. I don't think the referee take it out if the free kick is at half line. Who cares if it's 9 or 11 yards, but when it's close to the box, I think it's a little bit more exact and the players want the 10 yards. Here's the first corner of the second half goes to Rivoli. It's not a very good one, and Arnett will clear their lines.
So you say he may have it on his person?
He might, because I said I saw referee Morrison yesterday. He certainly used it yesterday. So again, we're at the Stadium East. If you're wondering how come the game is being played here, Arnett Gardens banned for one home game and put on a 6-month suspension. So they'll be fine after this one.
Well, probation, suspended sentence.
Yeah, well, as I said, they'll be fine after this one as long as nothing happens at the home park. And what the PLC and the JFF and I think everywhere in the world it happens. Here's Arnett. Let's watch this. It's not a bad cross in the end. And Martin, still Martin with the ball. Very tricky little player. They need a good cross. Keneal Hyde is in the box. Oh, that's beautifully done. Here's Martin, comes to the back post. A chance here for Arnett to go in front, further in front actually.
Opportunity coming.
Yep, that
players clashing though.
That should have at least gone on the net. I was telling you, as you look at Jerome Waite, that what the league is saying, that if you can't control your spectators, then you won't have any games at your park. Sometimes a little unfair because it's not always the home spectators who cause the problems. This just came across. And chance there, I think it was Clark.
Xavier Williams at 6s and 7s. Not quite making the clearance. The rebound coughed up to Arnett.
Yep.
But Clark not getting it on target and injuring himself in the process.
Thompson with the corner goes all the way across to Anthony Dawkins. Doesn't control it very well. Johnson will come and try to keep it in. Well, Dawkins then just gives up possession. Here comes Roberts, the goal scorer. And then again, nothing came out of that. So again, the leagues all across the world, they're saying there's a player down and the referee, Mr. Campbell, stopped the game.
Actually, I'm interested in that ruling. Actually, what happens usually, it's that the fans get banned. So the game is played in your home stadium, but no fans can come in to see it. So it's behind closed doors.
In some communities they do that, in other areas, but here in Jamaica what they say is you can't control your spectators. By the way, I think earlier I said the under-17 team. That's actually the under-23 team. That's not the. I saw Shane Jenkins in there.
Yes.
He certainly isn't even close to
and Hugh Evans from
yeah. So that's actually the Olympic team.
Yeah.
So they're saying if you can't control your fans, then the park will be banned. And again, I'm saying it's a little unfair because it doesn't necessarily have to be your fans who cause problems. It could be the visiting fans who throw bottles and stuff. Let's hope that Corey Burke is going to be all right as he makes his way off. But I think if you play at my home and I'm losing, bottles are thrown, you kind of get the feeling that it would be my folks who are a little bit annoyed if I'm losing, because I can't see myself winning and throwing bottles. So they're saying, well, no, if that happens, we're going to say you can't play at home. So Arrent Gardens, they've been banned for one home game, and this is that home game, so they should be fine after this. And they love football now. It's a great vibe also.
Yes,
at
I
the
think it's
Tony
the
Sports
best
Complex. Yeah.
atmosphere
It's a
stadium
great-
in the country, actually.
It's a great atmosphere. Here comes Rivoli. They want a good atmosphere here. And Hyatt watched it past the back post. So it's a great atmosphere at the Tony Spalding.
It would be
Sports Complex.
between the Tony Spalding Sports Complex and the Jerusalem Mini Stadium.
And
in terms
Montego
of
Bay.
atmosphere.
And Montego Bay.
And Montego Bay when they
Yeah, the folks in
pack the
Montego
rafters
Bay, they
there.
love football. They love football. So they play at home against Tivoli. That's next week, Sunday, September 21. So Arrent Tivoli is always it's a word I don't use too often, but they call it a humdinger. Which just means it's going to be exciting and all kinds of stuff. Ball given away again.
kick.
Yep, that's poor. Here comes Rivoli United, Beckford. And again, overhit. I tell you, the surface has a lot to do with what we're seeing, because again, because it's heavy, you get the boot under the ball and it goes where it's probably not supposed to go.
Xavier Williams with that effort, not threatening the Arnett goal.
Now, truth be told, I prefer this surface than some of the surfaces I've seen. Even yesterday, watching the game, and one of the coaches complaining about the Mediciago Sports Complex surface down here. It doesn't look like what it normally does, but they had some different kinds of problems, and they obviously couldn't water the surface, so it didn't really look that beautiful. Here is wonderful, and again, we've said it a few times. I think it's a little too heavy. Here's Walters. They call him Tickerus, not because he's heavy, because I guess he's tick. But they wouldn't call him Tickerus. Thompson gets the ball back. Here's Jameel Thompson. Arnett in red and white to Marvin Morgan, former St. George's College Manning Cup winner.
Holding on to the ball just a bit too long, had a number of options. The game flows much quicker when the ball just moves with the passing options available to you.
Which is what you want to do. You want to keep the ball moving. That's a good word for football. Keep the ball moving. Thompson again. Inside to Harris, broken up. Tickerus comes hard. Jerry Walters and plays it into touch. It's going to be a throw to Rivoli, but you're going to have the first substitution of the game. Who's coming in? For Rivoli, it is Ross Burton. That's Ross Burton, and coming out is Kenny Lee. So Kenny Lee makes his way off the park in the 56th minute, and Ross Burton is on. Again, Rivoli not with a full slate tonight. Only 5 substitutes on the bench. You're allowed 7, but you're only allowed to make 3 changes.
So they have ample cover.
Yeah, they do.
Rivoli probing.
As Burton comes, he gets very busy, gets inside the box, and it's going to be a free spot kick to Arnett Gardens. So the first goal came in the 21st minute, was an own goal, Maurice Bennett. And 7 minutes later, Daniel Roberts tied the game for Rivoli. And then just on the stroke of half-time, Steve Clark knocking one through Shannon Bartley's legs to give Arnett the go-ahead goal, which is where they are right now. It's 2-1. You're watching us live, Red Stripe Monday Night Football. Monday night starting a lot earlier this season. Sure you enjoy that, and the game's a little bit later for the time being. I think we go back to the original starting time in about a month or so. A 9:15 start.
Free kick opportunity.
Oh.
This looking set up for Jeremy Nelson. Maybe a direct approach.
It's Burke.
Ooh.
It is a direct approach.
And he almost
Yep.
coughs it up.
It was hit beautifully.
So he got the approach. Wrong
Yep.
player though. Burke was the option.
Damian Hyatt got his body behind it and almost gave up an easy rebound. Chance here. Corner kick to Arrent as Kirk Ramsey getting ready to come in for Vishnal Harris, I think, is the man that's going to be pulled out. It is Vishnal Harris that's going to be pulled out.
We see the quick counter opportunity by Arrent. Pockets of space being found at will. Vishnal Harris being pulled. Kirk Ramsey, a forward. So maybe Michaelis Martin is going to be going out wide. Maybe Kirk Ramsey will play through the middle.
He has some pace. No surprise that Vishnal Harris is in no hurry to come off the park. His team leads 2-1. Harris on, Ramsey off.
Not so sure. It's quite early for that change. Doesn't seem as if there's anything wrong with Harris. So it must be a tactical move on the part of Jerome Waite, introducing Ramsey at this point. Maybe not happy with the chances that have been created being actually taken. So the veteran talisman and goal poacher is Kurt Ramsey.
Oh.
Another
Andre Clennon
younger threat looking to come on.
doesn't look too happy that he's coming to the park.
Yeah, he could be more enthused, but
Yeah, I think so.
maybe he's serious about the mission at hand.
Or maybe he's saying, well, you should have started me. What's that about?
Maybe not having the required match fitness.
Yep.
No, Jerome Waite has in his preparation. Fitness is a very central part of it.
I'm told that the goal scorer, Steve Clark, will make his way off the park. Here's Morgan. Thompson goes for the run. So we see Andre Clennon in a couple of minutes, a chance here. Ball played back to Marvin Morgan. He doesn't get it, but Arrent will keep possession.
And again, those pockets of space Arrent finding in the 18-yard box of Rivoli must be a cause of concern. I think they're being as compact as they need to be.
Here's Thompson once again. Ramsey at the back post. It comes to, I was going to say it comes to Kirk Ramsey. It doesn't. It's headed out. Walters. Well, shouldn't have done that. Now the substitution to be made. Clennon will come in. Clark will go out. Here's Jerry Walters. This was the first goal of the game. Own goal. Maurice Bennett. That was in the 21st minute. And the only reason that wasn't called offside because it came off the defender. That was 1-1. And this was just before half-time. Clark getting there just before Bartley. Knocked it through the legs. And the game at that time was 2-1. So here's the substitution now. Clennon is on. Clark is off. Morgan. And the overlapping Thompson. This is Jameel Thompson. Still Thompson with the ball. Just over an hour gone in the game, so not a whole lot of time left in the game. Oh, Thompson trying a couple of things. Didn't work, and in the end, he gives up possession. The throw will go to Rivoli.
Graham stuck to his task well. The defensive midfielder for Rivoli.
Easy for goalkeeper Shannon Bartley. Beaten a couple of times, won by his own central defender. Couldn't do anything about that one. Second one went through his legs, and you get the feeling that the coach might have thought that, yeah, he could have stopped that. Here's Burton, substitute Ross Burton, plays it inside. And Hyatt, in the end, gets the ball, gets it to Marvin Morgan. More on the left-hand side now, Thompson. Gets it back to Morgan, and he's knocked over again. But this time, referee says no problem. Kamar Beckford winning that one. And Morgan is just knocked off the ball once more. Here's Nelson. Cleared back out. Again, Rivoli putting some stuff in. Corey Burke has a deflection. It's going to be a corner kick to Rivoli. So Rivoli putting a little bit more in the game now.
Indeed, when the ball gets to Burke and Nelson, Jeremy Nelson, the number 24 player, they do look dangerous and do carve out opportunities for themselves.
I agree with you, Bruce. We want to see some more goals, don't we?
Set play may be a good opportunity for the height to be utilized.
Dawkins, he clears. Only to Nelson. And Nelson loses it. Oh, it's 2 against 1. Almost 2 against 1. Clennon to Ramsey, the other substitute. Ramsey back to Johnson. Clennon was in an offside position, and that gone through, the flag would have gone up. Roberts. Flag stays down. This is Corey Burke with the ball on the far side. Dawkins comes close, still Burke. And now, well, the flag goes up for an offside call. I guess Mr. Campbell didn't see that. And then the arm up in the air means it's offside, and he won't put it back down until someone touches the ball after it's been kicked. Well, he shouldn't have put it back down, Mr. Campbell. Just made me into a liar. Well, now he puts it back up. There you go. And then when the ball is played, it goes to someone. There, the arm is up. When he touches someone, he puts it back down, and he does. So I wasn't lying. That means it's an indirect free kick. And the arm goes up, which means you can't kick it straight. Well, you can, but if you kick it straight into the ball, then it won't count. It has to touch someone, even the goalkeeper. If it touches the goalkeeper, then you're good to go. Here comes Rivoli, they're good to go. I'm not certain what that was about.
Desperate from Beckford.
I don't think he's going to pass.
Still lots of time in the game. It needs to be building the play up a bit more. Really throwing the kitchen sink at that one with that attempt.
So the Red Stripe Premier League on a Monday night, folks. We're on our way again. Red Stripe, as you heard, signed on for another 5 years. So this is the 4th season. And then it's another 4 years after this. There you go. I got a job. That was a producer doesn't get rid of me. I think I would pick it. If he tried that, I would pick it.
Strike.
I would
protest.
I would block the roads for that. I would want justice for that. So we're starting with a pretty decent game. We have 3 goals thus far, and it's still a little while to go. Who knows? I get the feeling we're going to have another goal or 2 before this is over. Jeremy Nelson takes the free kick and plays it inside the box. And a chance here, but it's broken up by Jameel Thompson. Comes to Marvin Morgan. Oh, that's a beautiful first touch. And tries to get it to Ramsey. Broken up by Rivoli. Troy Moulton puts it into touch. The throw will go to Arrent Guards.
Arnett looking to build something here. Don't think they're quite happy with their performance so far. It's come in fits and stops. But Rivoli certainly making it difficult for them.
Dawkins gets it up to Keneal Hyde. This is Hyde with the ball. Tries to get it to Ramsey, broken up. Rivoli getting ready to make another substitution. So Kemar Bennett will come in and Kevin Graham. I haven't called his name too often. This is the goal scorer, Danny Roberts. To Corey Burke. That's Kemar Beckford on the far side. Hyatt picks it up easily, gets it to Thompson. Arnett in the red and white. There's Jameel Thompson. There was a clash of colours. And the change had to be made. Nicholas Martin getting up to Keneal Hyde. He does. Wants to get it back to Martin, but it's going to be broken up by Nelson.
That's a poor pass.
It is. But again, when you have the thick surface, remember we talked about the weight of the pass. If you just barely pass the ball, it's going to stop on you. And there's Kamar Bennett. So Ross Burton came on first. Bennett is on second. Number 9. And the 18 is off the park. And Kevin Graham jogging off the park because his team is down, which is the right thing to do. The players would take their time coming off the park because they're leading. But then most referees would just add the time back on. Oh, ball given away by Walters. Here comes Beckford. Burke is at the back post. Still Beckford on the ball. I thought he should have gone for goal. He was close enough. I would have gone for goal there.
Kemar Beckford really not doing his team much justice with that opportunity. Players breaking. He had the opportunity to put it in. Stutter stepped and missed the mark.
I certainly would have gone for goal.
There are 2 options for him. Could have gone far post. Not hitting either.
Well, let's see that again, and you'll see what he had in front of him. I mean,
the man at the far post was certainly there.
But even without the man at the far post, there was no one in front of him. I mean, I certainly wouldn't have. No, look at this. He's right there. I would not have given him a hard time had he gone for goal there.
So Jack Wiltshire actually chipped the goalkeeper from a similar position for Arsenal.
Or hit it
the weekend.
Hit it powerfully. Corner kick to Rivoli. It was a real goal-scoring opportunity, I thought. Ramsey coming all the way back to help out the middle of the park. Gets it to Camille Hyde. Hyde puts it up. It's going to be easy.
Missing the conviction and confidence to go for the effort.
Oh, he should have gone for goal. He was like 7-8 yards away from the goalkeeper, all by himself.
And at the worst, a hard shot if the keeper coughed up the rebound.
There you go.
There were advancing players. Probably took it home.
That's why you're the analyst, son. You know these things. There you go. Even though I saw you attempting to juggle the ball, which didn't look so wonderful then. Should let you know that.
Well, you know, we have our times.
Oh, oh yeah. Free kick to Arrent. They lead 2-1. We're at the Stadium East Park. Comes across, headed out. And here they come, Rivoli.
This could be a fast break opportunity.
They did this before and almost scored. This is a goal scorer, Daniel Roberts.
The decision making from Roberts, very poor. And also I think the movement. The movement also lacking. No lateral movement from the Rivoli players. No one breaking wide, far post central. And there were numbers there, but just not having the conviction.
Match run out of gas. Big as 45. Yeah, it's not the same that we saw earlier.
Yeah.
And you're right, really they've had a couple of opportunities that they
poor decision making and poor execution as well.
But again, give them a lot of credit, folks. In case you've just joined, we heard as Anthony Greenland gets ready to come on the park, we heard from the coach before the game that a number of his players are down what they think is the virus. Anthony Greenland, that's the 3rd change, so Calvert Fitzgerald is taken off the goal scorer. Daniel Roberts is out, so he's shown his hand. No more substitutions for him. Arnett Gardens, they still have one in the bag. Again, Walters caught with the ball. A couple of times that has happened to him. Here's Kamar Beckford, and the free kick will go Rivoli's way. It's under 20 minutes to go in the game.
Arnett will be pushing for another goal to cushion their lead, so to speak. You know, a 1-goal advantage is very slender. Sure, they won't be comfortable sitting on that.
Ball played out by Arnett. Marvin Morgan fighting for it, but doesn't get it. Rivoli gets it easily. Rhys Bennett has done well because he was shown a yellow card very early in the game, and the coach has taken a chance to leave him on the park because if he's shown another one, he's going to be off. Ramsey gets it back from Morgan. Clennon. He does well to keep it in. Still Andre Clennon with the ball. This is good stuff from Andre Clennon. Comes across goal here. And Bartley doesn't handle it very well, but luckily for Rivoli, they clear their lines.
Something about Bartley and the balls that come across. Looked regulation and it just bounced up.
So,
I'd love to see that again. Maybe give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it took a deflection en route to him.
Marvin Morgan coming off, and Kemal Malcolm, the man they call Tull. So one Georgian. Malcolm won the Manning Cup in 2008. Morgan won it in 2009. Never played together at St. George's College.
And they won't play together here.
Yep.
Well, not the same field at the same time.
Here's Clennon. Oh, comes across, goal, deflection. Corner kick to Arnett Gardens. Camille Hyde is over there. Jameel Thompson jogs across. I suspect to use his left foot to swing it into the goalkeeper. 74th minute. 2-1 to Arnett. Up against Rivoli United. Arnett winning the first one. So right now, if it stays like this, they will leave here with 6 points in the lead. Rivoli, just a point. If it stays like this, they will leave here with a point. Tull Malcolm just coming on. And
so we see it again. Clennon breaking into the box and drives. What happens here? Oh, hit his chest. So
didn't look like it touched anyone.
I was trying to help